Well, Greater Boston starts with making science more accessible, and the upcoming solar eclipse is a chance to do just that.
WBZ's Eric Fisher is here, and Eric, a group of researchers are working to open up the thrill of this event to a whole new group of people.
It's pretty amazing stuff. Now, we're only a month away from something that's really remarkable, the Great American Eclipse of 2024. And while we won't see totality right here in Boston, a team from Harvard has been looking forward to this date for years. Not so much for the sights in the sky, but for the sounds it creates.
Mixed in with the oohs and ahs of next month's eclipse may be some new noises. Courtesy of this device called LightSound.
It's really got a high dynamic range light sensor, and then it connects to a microcontroller board.
Allyson Bieryla of Harvard's Center for Astrophysics is one of the creators of LightSound, alongside her colleague Wanda Diaz Merced.
We kind of developed this idea to build a device to make solar eclipses more accessible to the community, the blind and low vision. Making an event feel like you're part of that event and not just separate from it.
As a blind astrophysicist, Diaz Merced has long been a leading proponent of this type of sonification technology.
Then I did experiments and evidence that when you use audio, it increases the sensitivity to events that by nature are blind to the eye of a professional astronomer.
The way LightSound works is fairly simple. The onboard sensor translates light, or lack of light, into different sounds, opening the visual field of astronomy up to a whole different population.
That's what keeps us going, essentially. We get such good, feedback and stories like, I went to an event and this was there, or, I had one and I gave it to my mom who's blind.
In order to hit their goal of 750 devices built prior to the Great American Eclipse next month, Bieryla and her team have been hosting student workshops here and in Texas along the path of totality.
As an educator, that's your role, is to empower and educate the youth and bring them up and to give them the tools and resources that they need to succeed. In many ways is meant to be a stepping stone, right? And it gets people excited and brings them into STEM.
So whether it's through these workshops or the eclipse, the future, it's a bit brighter and the stars are within reach for a community who may have never thought that was possible.
The sky's the limit, really.
In Cambridge, Jacob Wyckoff, WBZ News.
If you want to create your own LightSound device, the Center for Astrophysics has posted detailed instructions. You can find a link to those directions on our website, WBZ.com. It's going to be quite a day, and there won't be another one visible in New England until 2079, so we'll have to wait a while. Now, in Boston, we won't have totality, but in the afternoon of April 8th, we'll have a 93% eclipse. So if you had those eclipse glasses on, you'd see the little sliver left over. Believe me when I say, if you can make it to the path of totality, it is worth the trip. It is a completely different experience. It's not like things go dark at a 93 or even a 98% eclipse. They go very dark with the total event. And so that's what you kind of want to seek out if you can. And then that eclipse will come to an end around 4:39 in the afternoon.